Hi, my name is Rachel and I'm a wildlife care for Wilvos in Queensland, and I wanted to share a story about Sue because if you're thinking about having an animal healing done, I strongly recommend that you have Sue do it for you. She's incredible with animals. She has a special way that's really hard to put into words, but I wanted to share a bit of a story about what happened for us, and hopefully that might help you understand and work out whether you want to have an animal healing done. So we recently looked after a little bird called Oscar, and he's a rainbow lorikeet that we had since he was starting to get feathers. And when he was fully had his coloured feathers, what happened was we were told that he may not be able to go back into the wild and he may have to be put down because he wasn't going to grow his flight feathers and perhaps he had beacon feather. So what we did was we waited, and sometimes they molt and the feathers come back. And so what we did was we didn't lose hope for this little guy. We grew to really love Oscar, and we wanted to give him every hope that we possibly could that he'd go out and back into the wild. And when we came across Sue and she offered to do this healing for us, we wanted to, I was a bit skeptical, to be honest. I was a bit skeptical. I didn't quite know how it was going to work, but I was definitely open to knowing more about healing, and I absolutely know that things are possible that I'm not aware of. So when Sue said, okay, what I want you to do is watch Oscar, and so she told me that at 12 o'clock to stop what I was doing and watch him for 20 minutes and then tell her what happened. So at 12 o'clock I stopped what I was doing and I watched Oscar, and I brought him in so I could observe him, and instantly at 12 o'clock, I didn't know what I was going to expect, but what happened was he started to shut his eyes. He started to go into some kind of trance and go to sleep, and his little eyes were battling to stay awake, and I'd never seen this behaviour before. He also started to cough or do weird things with his beak. This went on for about 15 minutes. So at 12:30, Sue called me and she said, what happened? And I explained what happened, and I thought it was the most bizarre thing because I really didn't know how it was going to work. I didn't know how this healing could possibly work with me not being there or she not being here or whatever, but absolutely on the dot something happened. And I'm happy to say that after a few weeks, we absolutely took instructions with Sue, and she told us what to do and to always keep believing that he was going to get better. And I'm happy to say he flew out the door last weekend, and as sad as we were that he was saying goodbye to us, we were really relieved and happy that he was able to fly exactly like we had hoped he would and join the birds that he was meant to join, because, and I still get emotional because he's a beautiful little bird. And the thing is that we were told that he wouldn't be able to fly and to put him down, and the fact is we didn't give up on him, and we had a healing done from Sue. We had a couple done, and what happened was he was able to fly. He was able to go back out into the wild, and so amazing stuff happens when you have a healing. So if you're thinking about having a healing for your animal, it's a must, and I really say it's quite profound what happens. And why not? What have you got to lose? So yeah, we feel very lucky that we have Sue in our lives and that can share that kind of healing with us. So get on board. If you've got a sick animal, you owe it to them to have a healing.